Okay, probably number one, I would say thank you to Coach Hugo Bruce because we was crying last week as a country. We were not crying for many things as football fans. We were crying for a chance to play our football. We just wanted to play our normal football, and whether we lose or win, that's up to the football gods. But what we wanted as South Africans is to play our normal football, and that's exactly what we did today, particularly on the second half. Now, if you look at the approach, Czechia, it was a 3-5-2. So they wanted to congest the middle, and probably with numerical advantage on the middle, they were actually going to deny South Africa space and time on the ball. So it shows that Czechia somehow did a little bit of background check how South Africa plays as a national team, and also how these players play at their club level. If you look at how they approach the game with Sadilek, Ushev, Utarita in the middle, but also Ama Wingback, so Abu Sochiga and Okufal, I think they were very, very good in terms of how they contract and also stretch as a symphony to actually try and congest that middle and deny South Africa space and times on the ball. And every time they were on position of the ball, how they play those switch up plays and also attack from our wing plays, I think they were very, very excellent. Czechia on that aspect. Fine, but if you look at South Africa, we began with the 4-3-3, 1-4-3-3. Usually South Africa is a 4-3-2-1. If we see a 4-2-3-1, we know that we're going to actually play. Now, if you hear me saying that, that's what exactly happened on the second half. We were playing on a 4-2-3-1. That means we were playing on our strength. That means we were playing at the identity of our own football. That means we are going to bring everything that we have in that field of play on the second half, because we always are very, very good playing with a number 10, a double pivot and a number 10. But credit to coach for what he did on the first half. For the Reake, it was correct. Every player was positioned correctly. Last week, players were played on off position, and we cried about that. And today he came back and played everybody on position. If you look at the back line, everybody's on position. No one is being played off position. In the midfield, there's also the same thing, and also up front, it was the same thing with Apolis and also Masego playing as Zama wingers, Ureinas as a striker. Probably not so much on the first half, because I don't remember us creating a scoring opportunity, no a shot at goal, particularly on target. But how we were structured today, it shows that we had an intention to play from all departments. So for that, that's why I'm saying kudos to coach. We've cried last week, and he listened to us. Though he said he won't listen to us, but he did, because he came today and actually bring everything that we cried about. Now, if you look at how Czechia scored that goal with Usadilek, I think they outsmarted us on that one, because it was a throw-in, a set piece, and if you look at that ball, because it was on their half, you wouldn't think they was going to play a long throw the way they did, and cheat space behind Umbogazi and also Modiba, cheating that space and play that long throw. I think that was very, very smart from Czechia. And also Okone tried to actually cover for Umbogazi and also Modiba, but I think it was a little bit too late, and actually he didn't press the player to make sure that he doesn't play a crossing. And also he ran from Umbogazi to cover the space that was left by Ime Okone, covering for him and Modiba. I think it was a little bit, there's something that Umbogazi can actually look at that run and actually fix from that. And also Modiba, how he casually had this idea, Imo Okone is going to win that ball, and I need to avail myself for a pass so that we initiate attack. At the same time, I think that's why he was in the frame of mind. But that wasn't the case. That guy was very, very, he dropped the shoulder and then played it cross in, and then Umuta was exposed. 4 against 1, and there was nothing that he was going to do. He was exposed in that box, and then they scored. Finally, we saw how they outsmarted us. We can't blame nobody in that instant, but it's something that they can go back and look at and fix going to the next match. What I love about this match is the fact that from what we did last week, there were a lot of changes, a lot of transformation, even on the formation itself. It was the correct formation and also the correct fielding of players today. Go to the halftime, we come back, we switch Lokunjani formation again to our identity, which is 1-4-2-3-1. We're taking out one CDM, we're bringing in an attacking midfield. That is Orelemo Fokeng. We're taking out Jaden Adams, we're bringing in Orelemo Fokeng, and then we play with a double pivot, which is Mkwena and also Talent Mbata. Up front, Fokeng, so that means it's shape from a flat 3. Now we are playing with a diamond, with Mfokeng up front, and also as wing plays, he had Maseko and also Apolis. They are very, very dynamic, Maseko and Apolis. So on one-on-ones, I think, if you've watched the game, you saw Maseko, there were so many one-on-ones that you could see that he can take a defender on and actually be dangerous and threaten the defense of the opposition. So that was very, very crucial in Namhlanje. But introductory element, even if Czechia tried to defend, because when they defended with a 4-4-2, 3 lines of defense. Hlozek and Sheik up front, and then in the middle you'd see Usadile, Kushev, Utarit and Kufal. Then the last line was Usochka, Ukrechik, was it Krechki, Noshev, Nohandrak, and also Holes. But Mfokeng, when he was introduced, he played in between the lines, the last line and also the middle line. He played on that space. Now, when he actually availed himself on that space, he now confuses both mid line and also last line, because one of them needs to actually track him and follow wherever he goes. So when they do that, they create this space. But kudos for Sheik and Hlozek to actually anticipate that and actually drop to cover whatever space is left by a player that was tracking Mfokeng. And also the number of entries in the box were beginning to be created. We were playing more in and around their box, and eventually we've gotten a Mama goals. So kudos for coach for that. I think the entire second half, as we were playing with the number 10 now, we look like a South Africa that we love, that we know, that we trust, that we want to see play. We cried to see our boys play, and that's what the coach did today. That's what we've been crying for. We don't want to win the World Cup. It's too early to actually dream to win a World Cup in South Africa, but we want these boys to actually get an opportunity to express themselves the way they can, the way we know they can, at the best of their abilities. And the second half, I think it gives them exactly that, if you watch the game. And then later on, he introduced Evidence Makgopa for Ikram Reyners. And Evidence Makgopa, I think we tried a number of times to play off of our striker. And I think defense Czechia was very, very masculine. Somehow, I think Reyners struggled a little bit in terms of physicality. But when Makgopa was introduced, I think he actually contested physically with that backline Czechia, and his presence was felt within that backline Czechia, and that actually gave us an advantage going forward, because you could see now they are threatened. They detect danger, and they can feel a new threat, and the fear was beginning to cripple with them. And you could see that some changes about Enzayo were changes that they actually wanted to defend, because there was a time where they take out Ushev. And then they introduce what's the name of that player? But he was a defender. I forgot who the name of the player who was introduced. It was Zima. Now you could see that now they're trying to defend and actually protect their goal. But the dynamism of our wing play and how Mofokeng actually occupied that space as a number 10 gave us a breather, and actually number one-on-ones that were happening on the far side. Then the number one-on-ones are the ones that actually got us a penalty. And kudos to Tebogo Mokoena for actually slotting it in the back of the net. Now the dream is still alive. The dream is still alive. And thank you to Tebogo Mokoena, though he has gotten a yellow card namhlanje, We know that he's not going to be available on the next game for his selection, but he gave his all namhlanje. He left himself on that field of play, whether we qualify for Illas 32 or not. But this game, I think Tebogo Mokoena stamped his authority as one of the greater prospects for the future. Not only in South Africa, not only in Africa, but in the world. If you think about the midfielders, you will think about also Tebogo Mokoena on what he did on that field of play defensively, and also how he progressively from a build-up phase, how he played hand in hand with Talent Mbata, and how Mbata progresses play to the last third, helped by Mfokeng and also Tapelo Maseko and also Ozun Apolis. And Tapelo Maseko, I think he had an incredible game namhlanje. I'm surprised that they are giving him 6.2. I'm very, very surprised that they are giving him 6.2 because there were so many one-on-ones that he actually gotten between him and Ososhka. Sometimes there are no crash, and he proved to be a menace in and around those players. But congratulations to both teams. Also, Czechia on attack, they look very, very threatening. Every time Ebola player on the far left, it just that we had to Kulisom Dao, and the Kulisom Dao is a very, very great player as a fullback. His recovery rate is excellent. Was it not for that, I think Czechia could have actually gotten something out of this game. But congratulations to both team. Congratulations to all my South Africans. The dream is still alive. Thank you, Coach Hugo Bruce, for listening to what we've said. Though you said you wouldn't listen, but you did listen. Okay, thank you for that. Today we are not mad. We are happy. We've forgiven you. And we love our team. The dream is still on. Off to the next one against South Korea. Let's go all out, boys, and give it our best. Whatever happens in that game, it happens. But just give it your all, and then we are behind you. This is Nevertheless Commentaries. My name is Sipon Lovu. See you on the next one.